Namaskar and welcome to Yoga Fitness with Priyanka Sharma. In today's video, we will learn how to improve Natarajasana or dancer's pose. Natarajasana is beautiful heart opening back bend that improves focus, balance and flexibility. So let's get started. When you practice in Natarajasana, make sure your body is nice and warm. You need to warm your shoulders, you need to warm your quads, your hips, your chest. So never jump on Natarajasana cold. So let's begin our first warm-up exercise. That's a quad stretch. So you can either do standing or you can do laying on your belly or laying on the side. So when you're standing, you can simply hold onto the wall, or maybe you can do without the wall depending on how your fitness level is. So you can just catch hold your one foot and then bring your heel to your back pocket, so that give you a good deep stretch in your quads. And then you can repeat the same thing on the other side by hugging your or tucking your heel to your back pocket. Find that deep stretch in your quad, and then you can also warm up your quad lying on the side. So you can lie on your side with your shoulder above your elbow. You're making that 90 arm, your hips are stacked, your feet are stacked, and then catch hold, grab your ankle and then try to move that hip back, opening your heart and breathe. Like just imagine you are doing the dancer's pose laying on the side, and then you can switch on the other side. Same thing, you can be on the side plank position and then you grab your top ankle, you grab your ankle and then try to pull that leg, your hip back, and feel that deep opening and breathe, and then slowly release. And then we go to the second warm-up exercise. We will stretch our hip flexors. So you can find two blocks, you can bring two blocks, and then we keep our two blocks standing highest level like this, vertically placed, and then bring your right foot in between your two blocks. So your knee should be over your ankle, so be sure about your alignment. Then we tuck our back toe, you can lift your back knee, and then we slowly tap our back knee and then hover your back knee. So you're working on your hip flexors. So make sure you also need a strong warming up your hip flexors. That helps you in your Natarajasana. And then after a few rounds, maybe you can take your half splits to just compensate, or giving a good counter stretch and feel that deep stretch in your back of your leg. And then we repeat on the other side. So your left foot in between your blocks, you can go in that low lunge, and from low lunge you can add tucking your back toe, lift your back knee, and then you can just slowly dip your back hip and exhale. Inhale, lift, exhale. So you can do this for a few times, like 4 to 5 times, until your hip flexors are nice warm. And then we can take our half splits with your hips square. So make sure your hips are square. You straighten your front leg, you press your heel down and slowly lengthen your spine. And then you can stay here for 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Release. You drag your leg behind, and then the third warm up we will do the shoulder rolls. So you can just simply roll your shoulders back and forth, and you can also do it with the strap. So if you have a band at home, you can, if you don't have a strap, you can use a cloth, you can use a towel, you can hold the hands up like this. You are in a kneeling position, and then we roll our shoulders back, opening your chest, and then slowly roll your shoulders forward, flexing your spine. So this way you can give nice shoulder rolls that will help you to warm up your shoulders, your upper back. You need that chest opening too for your Natarajasana. And after that few rounds of your shoulder rolls, you can do your one more exercise with the strap. Inhale, you hold the band from the back, from the down, and then opening your heart, pulling your arms back, push your chest forward. You are making that C shape of the spine, and then slowly as you exhale, you untuck your toes, sink your hips back, and slowly see if you can bring your head down. Go any amount. There is no compulsion, there is no pressure here. Stay where you are. Maybe you can bring a block and fix a block under your forehead to rest your forehead, and then you can rock your shoulders side to side. This will also help you in mobility, in improving your shoulders, also warming up your shoulders before getting in your Natarajasana. Slowly coming back, and after that, for the advanced practitioners, you can also add bow pose. Laying on your belly, you can bend, come on your half or baby cobra position. You bend your left knee and find your shoelace side of your foot. Grab your foot in your hand and then try to squeeze your heel to your back pocket. You're looking in front, so try to keep your hips square and pushing your heel towards your hips. And then you can stretch your arm back and lift your left upper thigh. So you're going in that half bow pose. This is for the advanced practitioners, those who want to create some more flexibility, creating some more range in the hips. And then bend our right foot, grab your shoelace side of your foot, squeeze and bring your heel to your back pocket. Inhale, exhale. So 5 breaths you will stay there, and you can check my elbow is pointing back. And then inhale, you will slowly extend your arm. You slowly start lifting that right upper thigh, and you gaze at one point, opening your chest. So what are we working on? We are working on the chest, shoulder, quad and hips. And then slowly release that back foot. Bring your palms close to your chest, and then you spread your both the legs wide. Inhale. We go in a cobra, opening your back, shoulders away from your ears, and staying after 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, tuck your chin. We will move in our wide knees forward fold. You can also spend 5 breaths here to decompress your spine, to release the tension or compression in our lower back. So after all these preparatory warm-up exercise, you are ready for your Natarajasana. So I'll show you with the strap what you can practice, how you can practice with the band. So what you need to do is you can grab a yoga strap, or you can also use a cloth or towel which is long. You place your right foot on it, and then you can see my both the ends are even, and then I cross. So I'm trying a knot on my shoelace foot so that I can have a good grip, and then holding your ends of the strap in your respective palms. And then inhale, exhale, we bring that left foot forward, the leg which is free, you will step forward, and then we will slowly lift, lengthen first, and then you lift your back leg as high as you can. If this is it, you will spend 5 to 8 breaths gazing at one point, and then slowly while coming down you will come in the same manner, and then you release, and then you step that left foot back, and then we uncross. We will repeat the same thing on the other side, pressing your left foot forward, you cross or tie a knot, and then your right foot step forward. Inhale, and as you exhale, slowly lengthen first, and then lift your back leg as high as you can, opening your chest, and keep gazing in front, and you fix your gaze or drishti at one point. And after 5 to 8 breaths, slowly you will release and step down. We will bring that right foot back and uncross the strap. So this was with the band. So those who are beginners, they can use the strap. You can also use the wall for the beginners version. You can hold the wall which is close to you, so that helps you to support your balance, and then find your foot in your hand. You can start with the quad stretch, and from there you can slowly open that leg behind. The common mistakes we do is we're leaning too forward. So not this. So don't do that common mistake. Do not lean too much forward or try not to tighten your knees. So make sure your balancing tips is, first is you focus a gaze at one point so that you gain some concentration. Second is you try to engage your core. So while lifting your leg, you're trying to lift, you are lengthening your spine. So engaging your core. And the third tip is we keep our knee, standing knee micro bend. So for example, you're holding your left foot, your right bottom knee is micro bend. That helps you to lift and balance. Okay, so these are few tips which you can work on for the balance. For the balancing purpose, you can start with the wall, you can start with the strap, so beginners can use them, and advanced practitioners, you can do it without the strap, without the wall. Once you get master in your asana, when you get expert, when you are consistently practicing, you can do that pose very easily with both the hands. Then you can slowly find both the hands holding that foot and bringing your leg up, and then we release. Yeah, so this was my Natarajasana tutorial. If you like, please subscribe to my channel and share as many people you want, and keep practicing. Thank you and namaste.